This is Michi Hoyer, this is Avid Chronic Racing, and this is the Formula SimRacing first test around Silverstone. That is where the next Formula SimRacing Beta test race will be. So we want to be a bit better prepared for that. So that is the reason why we kick off that testing around Silverstone already. And need to be totally honest with you, I'm not too happy about the result yesterday, and despite it's just being a test race and just the pre-season beta race, whatever, I did not actually perform at the level where I expect myself to perform. So, oh, that is actually the Chinese track that has been reloaded again. Let's see if we can swap that to Silverstone. Other than that, we just carry on racing at the Chinese. Oh, that is a different type of track. There we go. Yeah, a bit beta prepared. You're absolutely right, Alexandra. Thank you very much for joining. Quickly want to have a look in the chat whether the guy is wanting to swap towards Silverstone. If not, though, I'm just going to carry my setup from yesterday and try to improve that a bit more. As far as I can see, no real response from that guy. He's currently racing, so I just try to click go to next circuit. Maybe he will. At least he's stopping the car, so I do think we're gonna have a vote up for loading up Silverstone. At least I do hope so. If not, we stay in China, have some decent racing there, but he voted just yes. So now I do hope that Silverstone is obviously the next track. As I would like to welcome everyone here on the stream. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining. And bad news on my end, that is the wrong server still. So it's still China. Anyway, that means we carry on with China and work a little bit on our setup here. So I swap that around and let's see, have some testing on yesterday's set. What I have learned during the practice, during the race session, I really want to adjust immediately to the car and see if that is any work. Hey Michael, thank you for joining me. And I quickly change up the cameras so you guys are now able to see me. And I'm pretty sure that Robert will pop in that chat quite soon. And by the way, Michael, since you were asking, I think Robert finally has set up the Streamlabs for himself. I do not have the link though, but as soon as he sweeps by, just let him know. I actually do not know whether this is the very same track version that we ran yesterday, or whether this is something entirely different. What I do know though is that there is no grip whatsoever. Anyway, if you guys want to join and want to have a taste of that car, feel free to do so. Go on the internet, go on rFactor 2 on the launcher and type in Formula and then you will see the Formula-SimRacing.net server 1, 2 and 3. I'm currently sitting on the number 1 server. That is China, including with that race car. Hey Howard, hello from Germany to Carly. So thank you very much for joining me in here. It's a pleasure to see you guys sitting here with me, as I am trying to do some better job on braking today than I did yesterday. Had a little debrief with my engineer together that tried to help me there a little bit. So we definitely want to see whether we gain some time by doing so. Hey Martin. What is new to you? Well, if you would have been right on the start of the stream, you would have seen that the rFactor 2 or that the FSR administration has changed back the track. That is something that happened without my notice. So that is why the title is wrong. But it's good that you come here for title bashing.
That was a 1:37.6.
Yeah, I think so too, Michael. Ah, there you go. SimRacing Rick, thank you very much for joining, and also here Robert, thank you also for joining. And Robert, you got been particularly interested by Michael Clark, that is also here on the stream. So if you guys want to have a chat with each other, that would be great, I think. By the way, Robert, I'm trying to apply the techniques we talked about yesterday. However, other than more front tire wear, I do get nothing as a reward. Might have to do with a missing railroad though. Lap time wise, I'm doing okay compared to yesterday.
That lap was a 1:37.79.
Still really trying to apply your technique there. Hey Paul, thank you for joining from Ireland. And Robert, I do hope that you see somewhat of a difference in the driving compared to yesterday.
The lap was a 1:37.79.
Yeah, that is very true, Robert, but I mean just in general. That's why I was saying I'm hoping you see some build up of a new approach to something. Either this being fast or slow at the minute, but I think it's something different compared to yesterday already. I'm sorry to say so, but a secret right now. Oh dear. I'm still thinking of having a little bit of wrong setup. Hey James, thank you for joining. And yes, sure, Robert, I do know that it will be a big pain for me starting right away. However, I hope that I will be somewhat fine though, in general. Yeah, I'm happy Michael Clark is here as well. He was missing for the past 3 or 4 days. And don't worry guys, this session is not going to be very long. Just another 15 minutes, because then it's time for the SimPit news. And we swap over to Sean Cole all together there. Need to get that braking right there. The feedback was dead. Don't go wide. So if you guys have any questions today, that is a very convenient stream, so I can quickly hand on to the chat and have a look and talk to you guys. Unlike yesterday or on Saturday, I'm way more relaxed and chillaxed now, so I can focus a bit on both. Since this is not a real technique practice, it's just starting to do some approach, I will focus a lot on the cornering today, on braking. That is a wrong approach though. That made the tires so lit. It was faster though, but it definitely killed the left front. That costed it 4% there. Bit too conservative on that hairpin. Got that braking wrong here. Yeah, Chris Shelton, that is the beta car. Anyway, this is the first lap of the stint. Looks good so far, just need to get a good, decent hairpin. Decent is something else, but it was not that bad. Good final corner though. Putting myself in a 137.0. Hey, also. Oh, for rFactor 1. That is a tough question. However, I know the answer on it, and I do know that Robert will come from Poland and try to beat me and punch me in the face for that. But this is actually the FS1 2018 car, 2008 car. That was the most enjoyable mod for me. As right now I'm overdriving this car pretty bad, but I'm trying to do some stuff on here. Yeah, there you go. That was expected. If you spin out once and make those tires lit, as you can see them lit right now, over 200 degrees there, that is rip to your tires. But whatever I changed on the set felt good. Well, that was not the issue. I'm thinking about what could be changed more. Need to see. I probably shouldn't show you that. Alright, Robert, I agree with that. And I have to be honest with you guys, this FS1 car really was a nice car for me. I so enjoyed racing that. So that is okay, that is set. As I said, I'm just jumping around. Yeah, the WCP mod was a good mod as well. I have no clue about the others. RFT usually had pretty decent tracks for rFactor 1, I think. To be honest, that CDTP car was, I think, one of the most difficult cars to drive in rFactor 1, I think. If I remember correctly. Sorry guys, that is the camera being mixed up. There were some 8 minutes to go. That is another 2 or 3 laps done, and then we head off again. Definitely want to have a quick look at the set. If you think what I did was wrong, I change it back. I think there's literally no buildup of rubber meanwhile. The feels very slippery, all the track better set. Thank you for your question there, Wiki. The first indicator of me overdriving that car in particular is when the top right temperature, or when the tire temperature go up too quickly and too hard. Let's see whether I can force it to do it without spinning. No, I can't. In the hairpin you will see the front left now to get massively lit. So when that turns yellow, I'm overdriving the car massively, because then the temperature build up in the tire is too hard, therefore the friction is too hard, too much sliding, too much loss of grip. That is when I am overdriving that car. Right now I'm doing it again. Now it's fine again. You really need to adjust that while cornering, because in this particular car you also have to think about the long runs. They are pretty important, so you need to have low tire wear and everything. That's pretty important that you make sure you have decent car control and decent tire wear. I'm falling back towards my old habit again. That's why I lost so much time right there. And as long as those tire temperatures stay within the dark green position, which is a good 115 degrees, that is where the tire operates in a good window. That's where you want to have it. We're coming around in a 136.9. Let's try to not overdrive into turn 1 again. Got really slippery car in the rear end when going over that bump. Overdriven it now in the rear. That is what happens when you push a lot. So I now purposely overdrive the car through the next couple of corners so you can see the difference. Meanwhile, we burned like a good 4 or 5% per lap on the tires, and now I'm pushing the car really hard through the corners. You can see the temperature rising, the understeer soon but surely creeping into the tires. You will see that considerably hard in the next 2 corners. And that is when you overdrive the car massively. You can do that for 1 corner, but you should not do that at all, to be honest. So I crossed the line after the first lap with having 3.5% wear a lap. And we now do a full push lap to say A, what is the time gain, and B, what is the impact it has on the tires if we don't screw it up. So let's see, that is 88%, 89% at the start of this lap, and when we finish that lap we finish that program as well. The first corner really hard now on the steering wheel, gaining a lot of time towards the apex. Hard on the exit, lost all the time there, but I lost also 5% on the front left. Once again pushing hard on the car, does not really gain me any time. Pushing very hard now. So much understeer into that car. really trying to force it around the track. And remember, we started the lap with 88% of tire wear, and now we're already down to 77, so we burned like 3 or even 4 times the amount of rubber just from pushing it too hard and overdriving it massively. And time wise, despite all the mistakes that were done, we did not gain anything at all. We would only gain like 2 or 3 tenths if we put in a perfect lap. So yeah, there you go. And for the next time you come around, the entire car balance is done though. Was a pretty good catch, I think. Surely looked good from the outside, I think. So with that photo and that picture being shown, listen to that Honda sound. That is a very good Honda sound, I do think so. So anyway, with it being, I think, 2 or 3 minutes before 6, that means Sean is going live in a couple of seconds. Which means that this is the end of testing for us. And we all want to head over to the channel of the Sim Pit. Looking for the news today. And I would like to thank you very much, guys, for joining me in that half an hour before his stream. And probably because I got handball on later in the evening. I'm not too sure whether there will be any further live streaming. I highly doubt though. If there is further live streaming, it's gonna be again a Formula SimRacing main series drive, I think, or the Formula SimRacing Winter Series around Monaco. Monaco, 2 weeks time to get prepared for the Formula SimRacing Revenue race at round 5. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Michael, for the engineers to get paid. That is great stuff. And thank you everyone for being here. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Make this bar in the bottom hit the 100%. We were quite a bit better though, so I definitely want to get back to the numbers we had 2 or 3 hours ago. And other than that, let's all head over to the Sim Pit and see each other right there.